A very good morning. Good morning to you. Let's go straight to Mo Salah because he's actually all over the back pages of the newspapers this morning. The Sun going for core, blimey, ab-fab Mo's more out of cop than in. This is Jack Rosser, back page of the Sun. A number of the papers using the pictures of Mo Salah with his top off at the weekend after scoring that goal. Salah flexes muscles in contract standoff.
How's he looking, by the way?
Well, I mean, I'll say it before you. I mean, the
takes
guy
me back
is...
to my St Johnstone days,
Does
man.
it really?
Oh, I used to take my top off. How ripped I was.
He's got that Ronaldo-esque body, though. I mean, he's obviously so good to his physique. He's there too. I mean, he puts himself first. Fair play. But yeah,
I think I possibly drink more real ale than Mo Salah.
I think so. I think he's more into that strong water. The Times saying Stars future in doubt, focusing on Kevin De Bruyne and Mo Salah. But I mean, you can't believe that he's not been offered a contract.
I can't.
Here is the interview of Mo Salah outside St Mary's at the weekend, giving an update on his future.
We almost in December. I haven't received any offer to stay yet in the club, so probably I'm more out than in. So,
would you like to stay though?
Well, you know, I've been in the club for many years. No club like this, but in the end, it's not in my hand. So, as I said before, it's December, so I haven't received anything yet about my future. So
it feels like the fans would love you to stay, though, given the reaction today.
I love the fans love me, but in the end, it's not in my hand, it's in the fans' hand. So, yeah, let's wait and see.
How do you feel about the fact there hasn't been an offer then? Does that disappoint you?
Of course, yeah.
There you go. He's
Incredible.
not had an offer according to Mo Salah. What's your thoughts on this, Jeff?
Well, he's clearly spoken out to force Liverpool's hand. And I completely get that. That's not a criticism of him at all. I mean, I noticed that Jamie Carragher last night was saying that basically he's thinking about himself and rather the club, or, you know, that's to paraphrase. And that, but he's right to think about himself, you know. He's given the club so much over the years and continues to give the club so much. I love the fact he plays with a smile on his face.
Brilliant.
You know?
There's nothing better in football than a happy goal scorer. There you are. And he's that. And he's picked the perfect time. He's a genius on the pitch, but he's also very, very clever. Very clever. He's picked the perfect time to bring it out. A couple of goals, good performance, particularly second half.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you know, and you know, we talk about talisman. I mean, he is still at his peak. He is Liverpool's talisman. 12 goals in all competitions, 165 league goals for Liverpool in 262 games. Now that is
fabulous.
Some guy. By the way, Matt, the Arsenal fan, says, "Morning, guys. Never mind Salah's body. Did anyone see Antonio's last night? Outrageous."
Yeah.
Matt, I was starting to question Matt and I, but looking on his centre forwards' bodies. But I take your point, Matt was a belter, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Glad you guys are saying it and not me. But I suppose Mo Salah, like you say, calling out Liverpool, sticking it on FSG like this, is it quite a risky approach? Because also
it's not risky. No. I think he's quite right, Shebahn.
It's only risky from a Liverpool perspective, not from Mo Salah's perspective.
See, right now, where I would disagree, and I haven't heard Jamie's comments, but Jeff and I were talking about him there. I disagree with Jamie, you know, because I think Mo Salah is now in a position. Well, never mind anything else, he's got to think about himself and his family's future.
Jamie Carragher's point was, I'm disappointed with Mo Salah. He said on Sky Sports Monday Night Football, Liverpool have Real Madrid midweek in the Champions League and Man City at the weekend.
Yeah.
That's the story right now. It's almost as if he's made it about himself.
But he's asked him a question.
Yeah.
Man's asked him a question.
They've got 2 games every week.
Yeah.
I'm
okay,
sorry,
these are
but
big games, but
the boy who asked him the question, I mean, we can hear that interview. The audio isn't exactly clear. It's not come from a massive broadcaster. I believe it's come from NBC. But why has he sounded out a guy...
Well, I would suggest that's a massive broadcaster.
Sorry, the guy who's spoken to is next to the team bus. He's not in the mix zone. He's not in the tunnel.
Right.
So why has he sounded out this guy?
I think he said it beforehand as well, Shebahn. I'm sure I heard that. That's the first time I'd heard that.
Yep.
But I'm sure...
He did speak about being in his final year earlier on in the season.
I'm definitely sure I heard the other day there, maybe after the game. But anyway, no, I think Jamie's wrong. We're all aware they've got big games coming up, Liverpool. But the guy's asking him a direct question. He's well within his rights to answer the question at a position where he's really, really strong.
Yeah.
Because he's a month or so away from being able to talk to other people.
Correct.
Nick, as a Liverpool fan, says, great show, highly concerning about Salah's future. However, Rush, Fowler, Owen, Torres, Suarez, Mane and Bobby Firmino all left and the club survived, we will survive again.
Of course.
And I completely agree, Nick, but
Yes.
the question is, will you be quite as good without Mo Salah? And in the immediate future, the answer clearly would be no.
Yeah, I think Nick's 100% right. Of course he is. The club will always survive. However, I would suggest, Nick, that you would be happier, and a lot of Liverpool fans would be happier surviving the next couple of years with Mo Salah on your team.
Too soon for Ben Doak to come back from his
Oh,
loan
I
spell.
love him,
Because
man.
he's playing excellently well.
I
He's
love
been
him.
the
I
understudy
love
to
him.
Mo Salah for quite some time. Kevin De Bruyne also making a lot of the headlines as well today. James Ducker inside the Telegraph. Kevin De Bruyne is unsure about where his future lies, but is looking to get back to where he was after a frustrating period on City's injury list. De Bruyne turns 34 in June, out of contract at City at the end of the season, and has put talks over a potential new deal on hold until he gets back to full fitness. He's 34 now. He's injury prone. Hamstring's been a nightmare. Do you
Yep.
think again City will be looking at the future, or do they tie down Kevin De Bruyne?
See, I think that's a different one,
How so?
because I think injuries have got to come into play.
Yeah.
Plus, I also think age will come into play. Current form will come into. There's a number of things come into play with De Bruyne. Well, any player, moving forward. I think, if I was going to be brutal honest with you, I think Liverpool at this moment in time, would miss Salah far more than City would miss De Bruyne.
I think they've missed De Bruyne this season. There's no question.
Of course they
He's a genius. The times when City have struggled to open defensive doors, and you thought, if only De Bruyne was on the pitch.
But
that's
why is
the
he
problem.
not in the pitch?
But yeah, because he is just injury
Correct.
prone at the moment.
A fully fit De Bruyne, I'm with you, Jeff.
Whereas Salah, of course, looks like he's absolutely still at the peak of his powers.
That's exactly the point I'm trying to make. A fully fit De Bruyne playing at the top of his game is unstoppable. But I'm not sure. Well, I'm 100% sure we're not seeing enough of that.
I aged him, by the way. He's 33, turning 34 in June.
Okay. And what's Salah again? Just a quick one.
32.
32. Yeah.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.